episode of Music Musings. I'm Derek, and with me is Pat. Pat, how are you today?
Good. Snowed in, just trying to not go stir crazy because everybody else is probably experiencing the same thing.
Yeah, it's wild out there. It's wild.
Yeah.
Some wild snow. Nobody's plowed the sidewalks.
Not surprised.
But the streets, they're cleaning the streets pretty good. Streets
Okay.
clean.
Good.
Got to give that up to them.
Yeah.
Shout out to the sanitation department. Yeah. Shout out
to y'all. Appreciate you doing the hard work while everyone's inside.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. But you know what? No, it's cool. Don't really have off tomorrow. Have a remote day, so it's.
Yeah. Well, mine's up in the air. Well, I'll find out tomorrow morning.
I'm crossing my fingers for you.
Yeah. You know what? Please, everyone out there, cross your fingers for me. Cross your toes, so I don't have to go in. But the show must go on.
Right. Somebody's got to be there.
Someone, and apparently that someone is. Yeah, Pat, we're gonna need you to come in, but we're all gonna stay home.
Right.
Fantastic.
You go in, check in with us. We're gonna be home. But
yeah, you be the boots on the ground for us
while
we're at home sipping on our coffee and tea in our living rooms.
Shout out to coffee and tea.
Cinnamon apple tea. There we go. All right.
Ooh, wow. Sounds delicious. Yeah,
it's my personal vice. I always have a cinnamon apple tea, so I start my day and I always read my emails drinking tea. But it's my little way to get through the work nonsense. Is I have to have something that I can enjoy. Then I'm like, okay, it's gonna be all right. Yeah,
you're gonna make it. You got cinnamon. You got a cinnamon tea ready for you. You're gonna.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly. Anyway.
All right. Anyway, let's get into what we're talking about today.
Yep.
We've talked a lot about music genres and different artists, and we talked a little bit about how it affects our mood, kind of like your cinnamon apple tea, and how it really picks you up in the morning.
There we go.
I know personally for me, music really affects how I'm going to start my day or get through the day or turn my day around if it was one of those days. So today's topic, we're talking about how, the time of day affects what genres of music we listen to, what artists we listen to, and how and why we're listening to those genres and artists. So it was pretty interesting for me. I kind of went into my Spotify, and there were certain patterns that I wasn't really picking up on. A lot of it I thought was just DJ X just playing the same songs over and over again. But it actually is, there's a certain trend that I noticed throughout the time of day of what I'm listening to. So it's kind of interesting. And I did see some of your artists too, and we'll talk through that because I'm sure it was pretty interesting.
Yeah, it was. It told me a lot about myself that I wasn't prepared for.
Yeah, it is interesting. So I actually went on to Apple Music and Spotify, and there was some interesting data that you can pull that they just have out there, which is pretty cool. So I pulled data just about what are the types of genres of music that people listen to most based on the time of the day. So some of it made sense. Some of it was kind of interesting. So for example, early morning, 6 a.m., 9 a.m., that's usually when people are getting up, getting ready for work, starting their day. It makes sense. The most listened to genres of music would be acoustic, classical, some kind of ambient music like lo-fi, and also upbeat pop kind of builds around that 8 a.m. hour as people are either commuting into work, driving into work. So your mood giving you that little boost of energy as you're driving into your job or commuting wherever you are. either dealing with that terrible morning rush hour traffic or the rush hour commute on the trains or whatever is happening to kind of get you through that. So that was, I mean, I kind of predicted that. That makes sense. You know, so that made sense. And then we get into like I guess if you're, because I'm thinking coming from a teacher perspective, like you're getting into kids are getting into school or in school already, or if you're at your job, now if you're sitting down in a cubicle at your desk or whatever you're doing, from like 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So like this is the chunk of the workday, right? Most people are listening to like that lo-fi type music where it's not super complex. It's pretty easy to listen to. Doesn't generally have vocals, very low tempo, really like focus music. And, you know, I used to listen to lo-fi when I still do, when I'm like studying or working on some kind of lesson plan or something where I need a lot of focus, where my ear is not going to get distracted because, oh, they're doing something really cool, or I hear, you know, something interesting. It's just kind of like in the background and it's pleasant.
Right. Yeah.
Right. That's that lo-fi, but also people listen to jazz or instrumental music. So again, not a lot of vocal stuff at this time of the day is generally streamed.
Correct.
Which makes sense. I don't want to hear, you know, something super complicated, or super catchy even. Like, I don't want to hear T Swift right now. I
just don't. I get it. You're not ready for all the deep emotions of unpacking, and yeah, you not exactly. No, you want something that's like background music that is basically like it's ambient, it's pleasing, but it doesn't draw too much emotional or mental attention. I understand that because especially for me, I grew up loving lo-fi hip-hop and lo-fi music, and for studying, for cleaning, you know, for anything that like required focus, that helped me. That was like a jetpack towards whatever I was trying to do. So I definitely understand where you're coming from.
Yeah. And then, you know, you get into that 4 p.m. hour where a lot of 9 to 5, 8 to 5, whatever jobs, that's primarily around the time, start wrapping it up. It's the end of the day kind of thing. So it actually picks up a bit where people start to now listen to like pop rock.
Right.
You know, more vocals. It is catchy. It's the end of the day, right? Like, what are you doing at the end of the day? You know, and if you are doing something, you know,
kudos.
Good for you. Good for you.
For real. Absolutely. At the end of the day, I'm just trying to just unwind and detach. I mean, like, that's just personally me. I can't speak for everyone else. After a long day, I'm just trying to comprehend that, yeah, this is reality, and I'm just trying to get back to like Earth. You know,
it's that last hour. We're closing up shop.
Yeah.
As a teacher, it's like, you kids are going home. It's time for you to go home. You know.
Yeah, I get that.
It's time to pack up, clean up. We got to clean up. That takes an hour. So
really? Okay, I should have seen that one. Yeah, I walked in. Yeah, I walked into that one. That
it takes an hour.
Yeah, I walked into that one. Sorry.
But yeah, you know, you're listening. It's a little bit more upbeat. We're getting to the end of the day. It's a little celebration. You made it through the day. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly.
Then you get into that late afternoon commute. It's just terrible. Just terrible time of the day. It's terrible.
Yeah, what was 4 to 6 or 7? I think. Yeah.
4 to 7, I guess, if you're depending on how far you're going. You know.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking about. Yeah. That's a good point. I can't do that.
No, I think. I mean, I remember I used to commute from the Bronx to Long Island every day in a car, and
okay. Oh, I thought I had it bad. No, I thought I had it bad. No. I went from one side of Queens to the other side of Queens one time, and I thought that was bad. I was like an hour. If you're doing by MTA, that's like an hour and 30 maybe. But nah, Bronx to Long Island. Oh no, I don't even want to think about the mental gymnastics of that path. I don't.
I don't know. I was younger. I had youth power, so that's how I made it through.
Yeah. Shout out to you.
Shout out to the what was that? A 2012 Volkswagen Passat or Volkswagen Jetta.
Oof, Jetta.
Yeah, I think I went through 2 sets of tires with all the potholes and everything in that car. Yeah.
Oh, jeez, I forgot all about that. Oh man, you know what?
But anyway, we're getting far away from it.
Yeah.
What the music that gets you through it?
Yeah.
A lot of people there's large spikes in pop, hip hop, more upbeat music. Also, more people are listening to podcasts at this point in the day, which I found interesting. And, it makes sense. It's the end of the day. If you have a long drive or whatever ahead of you, you want to put on that podcast and really listen to, what's happening. Especially, you definitely want to listen to Music's podcast on that commute.
Yeah, what are you doing? Yeah, come on. Especially on your Monday way home. Yeah, and you're doing nothing tomorrow. Yeah, come on. Sorry, guys. Just joking.
We're joking, but please subscribe and tell 8 friends at least. That'd be great.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, so podcasts are definitely big shift at that point in the day to get you through that commute. And then we get into the evening hours. So now you're home. You made it home. Time to relax, de-stress from the day. So the spikes here in genres are, which is interesting, dance EDM music from the hours of 8 to 9 p.m. Show a big spike. Also Latin music. Around the same time, which is also, can be high tempo, high energy.
Celebration,
Right. We made it through the day. That. So
yeah, you got to celebrate. Everybody gets a little dancing on when they're cooking or whatever the case would be. You know what? I love to hear that because I'm not the only one. I just like to hear that.
It's just you. All this is
it's just me. I'm sorry. I just want people to confirm my own little dreams that I have. I just want everyone else to, so I don't feel so alone on that one. I just put on a little bit of Bad Bunny and I just can't help it,
Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Nah, exactly.
So also at this time, though, is hip-hop, which actually remains the most dominant genre streamed overall, but especially during peak leisure hours. So that's from 8 to 11 p.m. This is the most streamed genre at that time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Late at night.
That's kind of cool. Yeah.
Interesting.
8 to 11. I'm not awake at those hours, but
Yeah. I'm barely hanging on at that time too. But yeah, it's when I'm thinking about, like, personally, as someone who loves hip hop and rap, towards the later end of the night, I don't want to hear it. I know that sounds peculiar because I associate that with energy, and I am barely running on energy, so I'm kind of wanting something to, like, soothe me into the night. So, but I love to hear that. That's interesting. I didn't expect people to listen to late into the night. That's pretty good. That's actually interesting.
I was thinking about it. This could also be because, there are a lot of jobs that are not your typical 9 to 5 hours. There
Correct.
Might be,
that is true.
I'm thinking of, like, EMT
Graveyard.
Workers, nurses.
Yeah.
Who might be starting their shift at, like, 9 or 10.
Yeah.
Or doctors, I guess, too.
Yeah.
And maybe they need that. They need that pickup music, that dance, EDM, Latin,
hip hop. Yeah, I get it. That you're right. It's called the graveyard shift. Yeah, I've done that once for a few months, and I realize I'm not meant for that life. So shout out to those who are doing that. But and if you are working the graveyard shift, please let us know. how do you get through the day? What is the music that you enjoy? I want to hear it. I want to hear all the tips in case I have to do it all nighter again, which I hope never again. But, take tips from a pro.
Yeah, please. And then we got that late night time of the day, which I'm definitely not awake for this point at all. This is from 12 a.m. to 5 a.m. So you have your chill and sleep songs, which are just lullabies and
ambient,
soothing songs. More sounds, I guess, than really songs. R&B is still there.
I can see that.
Got some R&B right there for you. Just to kind of help, I guess, wind down if you're trying to go to sleep and you can't, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But
I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
sorry.
No, go ahead, please.
Yeah, I was I was thinking about when you brought that up, I didn't think about R&B. You could think of neo soul. You can be talking about Mary J. Blige. You could talk about Erykah Badu. You could have different early 90s, mid 90s R&B. I didn't think about it usually I associate that with evening, but overnight that's to help with sleep. That's actually I could see that. I could truly see that. Someone saying I want to put that album on and or Lauryn Hill and then just be gone. I mean, I get it.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I don't want to listen to EDM at midnight. It's not going to help me at all.
No, unless you're outside.
Sure, unless you're at an EDM concert, then yeah, all right.
Exactly.
I'm way past that age anymore. So, so that's the list, and this was Spotify and Apple data points of just the the top streamed genres. Depending on the time of day. So I thought it'd be a cool little exercise for us to go through our music playlist that we listen to throughout the times of day. And compare and see what we kind of came up with. So I'll start us off here.
Please.
So early morning, so 6 a.m. to 10 a.m., I am listening to, sometimes I'll listen to classical music when I don't want to listen to anything loud, fast, overbearing. I'll put on some Bach, some Chopin, just, classics, geniuses. Not a big classical guy, but, I will listen to it in the morning just to kind of wake up my mind and kind of get me focused for whatever I'm doing. But on the flip side of that, I'll also listen to some alternative pop, rock, some bands like Explosions in the Sky, pretty much very instrumental music, but again, not crazy fast tempos, very basic, nothing complex. Sometimes, though, if I am feeling a little awake, I will listen to Animals as Leaders. Which, if you've ever heard them, they do have some wild stuff that they will play. And they are more instrumental. But again, that's only when I'm feeling a little awake in the morning and want to just jump into the day. That's what I'll go with. And then I'll also listen to podcasts sometimes in the morning. If I don't want to listen to music, I'll listen to a podcast and just kind of go down that road. So that's how I start my mornings. The afternoon, now, my job, typically I can't really listen to music because I'm in front of kids and students. So I thought about this more on the weekends when I can listen to music in the afternoon. It depends, but sometimes I'll listen to EDM. I'll go with Zedd, go with Gray, Tiesto, Skrillex when I'm feeling strange, and I just want to listen to noises in my ear.
You're brave,
But lately, I'll also for alternative, I'll listen to upbeat pop. So I'll go with bands like The Strike, After Midnight, the 1975, things like that. That's my afternoon. Some upbeat pop, maybe some EDM, things like that is kind of where I stay. I want to keep my energy up, just what I'm doing. Also, I think EDM for if I do a run or something in the afternoon, like a workout, I need that in my ears blasting. And then, I come home, evening hours. Depends on like the kind of mood I'm in, but generally it's alternative rock. I'll go with like Thrice, Taking Back Sunday, Bayside, or like progressive rock as they call it. I'll listen to Coheed, Cambria, things like that. Or it also could change, and maybe I just want to listen to jazz. I'll listen to some, Miles, something nice and easy.
Yes. Yes.
Or I'll listen to swing, and I'll listen to like the Birdland Big Band, something like that. If it's a Friday, especially, it's got to be up tempo. Just keep me motivated to keep going.
Yeah.
So that's generally that's where I'm at right now. I think that's my snapshot of my day in music. So what are where are you at? What's your day like?
So for my job, I am in and out of meetings and I talk to different people. So I have sometimes if I'm at my desk at my, I'm reading emails and I'm typing, I might have one earpiece in and I listen to music or my way to work. So if I'm starting my morning, I like something light. I like something light or more relaxing. So for me, I'll either have jazz or 70s soul music or disco. I know that's strange, but that's just how, for me, I associate that with childhood. Because growing up, my dad used to play jazz records all the time, and 70s music, which was his era, and that's where I got my affinity towards that type of sound. So in the morning, it could be Miles Davis or Duke Ellington, or on the 70s side, it's gonna be Marvin Gaye, Bee Gees, Kool and the Gang, something that's upbeat, but I can kind of just relaxed. It makes me feel okay, whatever it is, I could take on the day. Whether a relaxed mind or an empowered mind, if I would say anything. But so it's just to get me through the commute or the emails, the conversations I have to type up and stuff like that. But on the afternoon side, that's where I'm a little bit more energetic, and that's when I want to hear more house, more EDM, more hip hop. So you're talking about my favorite producers on the house side. You're talking about Super Shy, Black Coffee, and Francis Messier. And on the hip hop side, I like J. Cole personally as my go-to, and Vince Staples and Kendrick Lamar mixed in there somewhere. So on the afternoon, on my way, either I'm wrapping up for the day or I'm commuting back home. That's what I prefer to listen to. Something that made me feel okay, the day was accomplished, and I feel good about myself. And I feel okay, I didn't just I went through it, and I feel that's my cinematic ending song. I know that sounds silly, but in my head, that's how I associate it. I associate that as okay, if this is a movie, what would be the song for the day? What would be the song for the closing tracks? And that's what it is for me. On the evening side, I'm a little bit more relaxed. I prefer to hear reggae, a little bit R&B, and Stranger Sounds 80s pop too.
Wow.
So on the reggae side, on the reggae side, you got Beres Hammond and Bob Marley. For the R&B, more Mary J. Blige. As I said, Miguel, and a few others. I'm trying to think of a few others on top of my head, and then on the 80s pop side, it can be Hall & Oates, Michael Jackson, George Michael, which is a new discovery for me. I've heard of the name, but I'm slowly getting into discography, and I'm starting to appreciate the British pop star. It's pretty good. Yeah. But yeah, that's usually what I do for evening side, because I want more of a relaxed atmosphere, a more mental, when I'm cooking or whether I'm cleaning. That's kind of how I like to think. I want to listen to something that makes me feel at peace, per se.
Get it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the discovery of George Michael.
Yeah.
You know, that's
Yeah.
he's got a lot of hits. You know, and you just gotta.
I feel so late. I've heard the name, but I didn't really associate like his music. Like I didn't know that many hits or his albums. I've heard him, but I've been listening to a few this morning and yesterday. I was like, yo, this guy got hits, and I'm enjoying. There's an album from the 1996. That's the one I was listening to yesterday. I'm really enjoying that so far. So if you get a chance, people give it a try. Give him a try.
If you haven't heard them, you know, check them out. Check them out.
Yeah, please do. But yeah.
No, but that's I like the flow of your day. It makes sense. There's a nice rise and a nice ending there. I don't know why I just did the hand movement.
You made it sound so like cinematic. I was like, wow, please talk more about my life. I love it. It makes me.
No, that's the teacher in me coming out where you just use your hands all day.
Man, master communicator. There we go.
Anyway, no, but that list makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So let's get into our last segment, which kind of ties this all up here. Of, you know, how does music affect your mood throughout the day? And I thought about this a little bit because there have been some days where, for whatever reason, and I couldn't really tell you why, I didn't listen to any music on these days. And I remember feeling, like anxious. Like it was
Really?
interesting. Yeah, like something from the day was missing.
Gotcha.
You know, and I didn't have my AirPods with me, or I didn't have, I wasn't driving, so didn't have the car with me to play my music or whatever. And it really. It doesn't. I don't want to say it makes the day worse because I wouldn't go that far, but it really changes the mood of the day. Yeah, like it. It's not as cheerful as it could be.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, I genuinely get what you're saying. Yeah, you're right. I hear you.
So I really do. At least for me, and I know a lot of people out there. I'm sure you. I don't know. I really do. Like I need music every day. Some point in the day.
Yeah, I trust me. I know what you're talking about because I have done that once, and I think ever since then I can't think of a day where I didn't listen to something. Like even if it was like a few songs or a rotation, and I'm always in a state of trying to discover new music. But I actually got a curious question. So if you spend a whole day not listening to anything, what is the first thing you absolutely need to hear?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think for me, it depends what time of the day it is.
Okay. Gotcha.
Truly. Like, I mean, if it's been the whole day, right, I'm going to want to start my next day immediately with probably like something instrumental, and probably a little bit more upbeat than like, I wouldn't start it with classical. I'd go probably... explosions in the sky kind of mood, and start there. But I would definitely need to have my AirPods with me at all times that day.
Yeah,
because I have to hear. I have to go through my routine. I need my list.
Yeah. I genuinely. That's a good point. I hear what you're saying.
What about you? How would if I took away your AirPods? For a day.
I mean, that'd be torture. It would be torture, but I could get through it. I'm just kidding. If you told me I could listen to anything for one day and the next day I grab my AirPods, the first thing I'm probably gonna listen to is gonna be 70s something disco or soul, something like upbeat but like danceable. Like, for me, I like. I'd always want to keep saying Marvin Gaye, but it's like I need something with a little bit of a little upbeat tempo, whether it's the Isley Brothers, something. And if I'm feeling bold, James Brown. If I'm feeling bold,
all right,
I don't know. I know that's a little of a curveball, but I can't help it. Sometimes I hear it. It's just infectious, and then your foot start tapping, your head start not. You you just can't help it.
It's a party all of a sudden.
Yeah. That would be for me though. If I was like 24 hours no music, the first thing I'm listening to, right in that genre, right in that decade.
Yeah, and it's interesting because it really is something like it's a non-negotiable for me. Like I really need to have my music. It's like I need to have my coffee every day. It's like I need to have my music every day.
Yeah. 100%.
Because if I don't have it, and again, it's not like it's the worst thing in the world. I've made it through those days, but I'm gonna need that the next day. If I don't have my music, that is gonna be a problem at that point. Like that is gonna be a problem.
Yeah, I second that. I second that.
So, and that's a threat to anyone out there.
Don't touch his AirPods, please. Don't touch the AirPods. If anything, if you see it, plug it in and
charge it for me. Thank you.
Charge it. Yeah, please.
So yeah, it's that serious. I think.
Yeah. Nah, but I hear what you're saying. And I agree with you 100%. Like, music, it's like I can't live without it. I'm sorry, I can go a day without it, but I don't think I can live without it. That's what I meant to say. Right. I can't live without it. Like, I recognize immediately how much it changes. If I was agitated or if I was a little frustrated or I had a bad day and I put on something that just has like something smooth, that has something like upbeat or warm melodies, all of a sudden I'm like not transformed, but I am in a better state of mind than I was before. So I genuinely get that, and I can't disagree at all. Like I think most people would agree with us on that. Yeah.
And it's interesting if you don't agree with us. I'm actually curious. If you don't agree with us, email us at musicmusingspodcast@gmail.com. How do you, what's your routine? How do you get through the day without music? Yeah. I'm genuinely curious.
Yeah. I want to hear, like, because like it's such a far-fetched way for me. I'm trying to understand. Like, the only time I won't listen to music is if I'm doing something like cleaning or cooking. Cooking I usually do put on music. I don't know why. I associate that. But with like cleaning or something like that, I would listen to a podcast or a documentary or an audiobook, just because I'm like, I can obtain information while I do something, that's not as mentally draining. But with cooking, I associate that with emotion, and I associate that with music. So I feel like both play hand in hand for me. But I'd be interested to hear how people go through their day without music personally. I just want to know what that sounds like.
Yeah. That sounds like, pun intended. Yeah. So if you want to email us what do you do instead of listening to music? Is it just, you just go through the day? You don't really care? No, like really, that's fascinating to me.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do it, but please, if you do that, please email us. All right. Well, I think that's going to wrap up today. It's a pretty quick episode today.
Not bad. I think we covered a bit, and if anything, we've told more about our day-to-days, and probably have asked people to think about their day-to-day. And please also tell us if you have a certain routine with your music. Please email us. Let us know. I want to hear what genres you're listening to throughout the day. How does music affect you? Please, I would love to hear all your opinions, and maybe you have disagreements. I want to hear it all. Please let us both hear it all.
Yeah, please email us. All right. Well, thank you again for listening. We'll see you next time, and we out. Thank you for listening to today's podcast. If you have an idea for an intro or an outro that we could play on our show, please send to musicmusingspodcast@gmail.com.
If you have any questions, comments, or ideas, please email us at musicmusingspodcast@gmail.com.